Right, and our top story, the Enforcement Directorate has summoned former J&K Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah for questioning on Thursday in a money laundering case linked to the J&K Cricket Association. Now, this is not the first time that Farooq Abdullah has in fact been summoned in this matter. He's in fact been questioned multiple times over the past few years. Let me go across to my colleague Arvind for more. Arvind, tell our viewers, what is this case about?
Tanima, the Enforcement Directorate has issued summons to Jammu and Kashmir NC leader Farooq Abdullah for questioning in connection with the money laundering investigation. And this is not the first time that Farooq Abdullah has been summoned by the agency to be questioned in a money laundering case. So this particular case pertains to alleged misappropriation of funds in Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association. So at that particular relevant time, Farooq Abdullah was the president of Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association. So taking cognizance of a CBS affair, the Enforcement Directorate has initiated a money laundering investigation. So in connection with that particular case, the Enforcement Directorate has issued summons to Farooq Abdullah to join the investigation in connection with this case. So Farooq Abdullah will be questioned and his statement will be recorded under Section 50 of PMLA in connection with the Jammu and Kashmir Cricket Association money laundering case.
Right, Arvind, thank you so much for joining us with that update. Now, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has emerged on top of the Sena versus Sena battle, with State Speaker Rahul Narvekar ruling in favour of the Shinde faction, saying that Shinde is the real leader of Shiv Sena. Narvekar said that Uddhav Thackeray did not have the power to remove Eknath Shinde from Shiv Sena and that the copy of the party constitution he produced is not with the Election Commission. The disqualification petitions from both camps, though, were dismissed by the Speaker.
मैं भी 23 तारीख को नासिक जा रहा हूँ, 22 तारीख को तालाराम मंदिर में जा रहा हूँ, उसके पहले भी कहीं जाऊंगा, बाद में जाऊंगा। हम तो जनता में रहे हैं, जनता में रहेंगे, जनता और जनता के लिए, जनता के साथ लेकर, जनता को साथ लेकर हम लड़ेंगे।
Now, Maharashtra Speaker spoke exclusively to NDTV's Maria Shakil. Rahul Narvekar defended his decision, saying those who have a problem must specify their reasons.
I have no reason to answer baseless allegations. I have passed an order which is completely sustainable in law. There is no, it is a justified order. I have given a reasoning to every observation or conclusion that I have reached to. And therefore, if someone has a problem with this or believes that this is untenable in law or believes that this is not justified, you should ask them what is the reasoning. I have delivered an order. I have spoken about it, read it out for almost 2 hours. I have passed an in-detail order. So kindly bring out the lacuna or perhaps the shortfalls, shortcomings of that order and then make such baseless allegations.
Okay, Mr. Narvekar, if Shinde camp is the real Shiv Sena, is what you have said, and Bharat Gogavle is the whip, in that case, Uddhav Thackeray camp MLAs defied the whip. Then why no disqualification is the question that is being asked.
See, the courts have primarily asked me to decide which is the original political party, because the whip of the original political party would be applicable and should be recognized. That's what the court had said. So after recognizing Mr. Bharat Gogavle as the whip of the Shiv Sena political party, I was further to ensure that the whip which was issued by Bharat Gogavle has been adequately and properly served on the MLAs belonging to the Thackeray faction. It appears that this service was not complete. There was no proof or evidence to show that this whip was properly served upon the members the MLAs belonging to the Thackeray faction. And therefore, since this filter was not cleared, it was not appropriate for me, under the principles of natural justice, to hold that the MLAs of the Thackeray faction should be held disqualified.
A Thackeray camp, Mr. Narvekar, has complained against you to the Supreme Court through an affidavit about your meeting with Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. How do you justify that?
See, you have to understand that while I'm adjudicating petitions pertaining to disqualification, which have been going on for almost a year now, I am not precluded or barred from dispensing with my other responsibilities, I am the head of the legislature board, of which the chief minister is also a member. I have to meet him almost every 15 days to a month to discuss various issues pertaining to the board. I am a MLA of a constituency. I have to discharge my duties towards my constituents, for which I need to seek the indulgence of the government. And being the head of the executive, I definitely have to meet the chief minister for that. I've already explained the reasons why I had met the chief minister. I was to meet him on the 3rd of January because of ill health. I had got influenza. I could not meet him. After I recovered, I sought his time to discuss some important issues. And let me tell you that in the past 1 year, there are several MLAs belonging to the Shiv Sena against whom disqualification petitions were pending. They have come and met me in my chamber and met me otherwise. Does that mean that I had something else to discuss with them? I went to meet the chief minister in broad daylight. I have met him after an official engagement was sought. I have gone in my official vehicle. I have not hidden and gone in the stroke of midnight or in the dark. So, casting such aspersions and insinuations on a constitutional position is very unfair, uncalled for, and needless to state that it is completely in disregard to a constitutional institution which I head.
Staying with political news, the Congress today declared that it would skip the massive inauguration ceremony being planned for the Ayodhya Ram Temple, calling it a political project of the BJP and its ideological mentor, RSS. The party said its leaders, Party Chief Mallikarjun Kharge, his predecessor Sonia Gandhi, and the party's Lok Sabha leader, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, all of whom had received the invitation, have declined it. In its statement, the Congress said that, and I quote, "Religion is a personal matter, but the RSS and BJP have long made it a political project of the temple in Ayodhya," unquote. Union ministers and BJP have hit out at the Congress, saying that the party is stuck in its own rhetoric.
तो जाएं, बेचारे जाएं भी तो कहां जाएं, वो अपने रेटोरिक में फंस रहे हैं।
उन्होंने कहा है कि सर ये जो इवेंट है ये बीजेपी और आरएसएस कब्जे।
अरे छोड़े यार, जो वो कह रहे हैं उनको कहने दो यार, सीरियसली क्यों लेते हो उनके बात, वो खुद पछताएंगे अगर नहीं जाएंगे, छोड़ो यार।
कांग्रेस पार्टी का प्रभु राम विरोधी चेहरा राष्ट्र के सम्मुख प्रस्तुत हो चुका है। यह आश्चर्य की बात नहीं कि सोनिया जी के नेतृत्व में जिस पार्टी ने कोर्ट में दस्तावेज दिया था कि भगवान राम का कोई अस्तित्व नहीं, उस कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेतृत्व ने पुण्य अयोध्या धाम में राम मंदिर में प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के आमंत्रण को ठुकराया।
It's in that context that really a lot of political considerations, the pros and cons were taken. And as there were actually two uppermost on their mind. One, of course, that it's an RSS BJP event, which has really overtaken the entire the consecration of the thing, as well as the fact that they said that the temple isn't really ready for inauguration. It's just a consecration of the Ram Lala, and that's the reason why it's being done ahead of elections. And should there be become a factor. Religion, as they say, is a personal choice. As Mr. Kharge pointed out, I can go to the temple today, tomorrow, or day after. There is nothing really that stops them. The Congress was the first to open the Ram temple in terms of through the locks of the Babri Masjid structure, conducting the Shilanyas in 1989. So there is a long history of the Congress's own role in this entire process. But I think after gauging the political mood, after gauging the entire political scenario, consulting with various other factors and looking at it at a larger perspective, decided that they don't want to fall into a prey of a BJP-RS event, become a party to that.
Meanwhile, Ayodhya Ram Temple Construction Committee Chairman Rupendra Mishra and International Working President of Vishwa Hindu Parishad Alok Kumar invited RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat to the Ram Temple Pran Pratishtha ceremony on January 22nd. The image on your screens there showing the invite. Shifting focus now, and a case of shocking medical apathy from Ambala in Haryana. A woman gave birth to a baby on a vegetable cart on the premises of the government-run district hospital in Haryana's Ambala after the doctors allegedly refused to pay attention to her husband's repeated requests for help.
An ordeal for Shalu's family on a bitterly cold night. Running from pillar to post to get a stretcher as she went into labor. She finally delivered her baby on a vegetable cart in the corridor of Haryana's Ambala Government Hospital. While the Haryana government assures free ambulance services in such cases, the woman was brought on a vegetable cart attached to a bike from Dappar to Ambala, around 20 kilometers away. The family claims no doctor or staff was available to attend to Shalu and that a stretcher was not provided to carry her to the labor ward.
मैं अपने लड़के की बहू को लेके आया था जी हॉस्पिटल में तो फिर मैं 2-3 बार गया भी जी 1-2 बार वो कर उस पे लटा के ले आओ तो बच्चा नीचे हो गया जी रेडी पे फिर दोबारा गया फिर ऊपर मिला के फिर अंदर लेके गए.
It was only after the woman gave birth that Shalu and a newborn were immediately shifted to the labor ward. The Haryana Health Ministry has ordered an inquiry.
डिलीवरी के लिए हम मुफ्त एम्बुलेंस देते हैं. अब वो बताया गया था नहीं बताया गया था सारा उसकी मैं जांच कराऊंगा और अगर किसी के खिलाफ कोई कमी पाई गई तो उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी करूंगा.
The hospital says Shalu was brought to the hospital late and that their medical staff were busy with 4 other deliveries at the time.
ये घर से पहले लेट चली फिर धप्पर से रेडी पे आप इमेजिन कर सकते हो उसको कितना ठंड में टाइम लगा होगा. इस पेशेंट ने किसी अपनी एएनएम या आशा वर्कर जो अपने एरिया की थी उसको नहीं बताया कि मुझे दर्दें लगी हैं. अगर इसने बताया होता वहीं से इसको एम्बुलेंस मिलती और ये टाइम पर पहुंच जाती और बड़ी रिस्पेक्टफुली इसकी डिलीवरी होती.
Another case of medical apathy has come to the fore. A committee has been set, an inquiry is underway and a report is expected soon. However, a blame game continues between the claims made by the family and the claims made by the hospital. This is Sri Rupa Goswami for NDTV.
We'll slip into a short break at this point. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now, more murky details have emerged in the Goa child murder case. Police suspect that the boy was given a cough syrup then smothered to death. The woman's CEO, meanwhile, has denied killing her son. Police claim she had a restraining order against her husband, whom she had accused of assault in the past.
Was a 4-year-old child given cough syrup and then smothered with a pillow by his mother in a room in one of these Goa service apartments? The police suspect, AI Lab CEO Suchna Seth, now in custody, may have done just that, especially since the post-mortem found no signs of injury or signs of a struggle on the body except a nosebleed.
Even chest veins ನೀವು ಗಮನಿಸಬಹುದು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಊದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಅದು ನೋಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಮ್ಯೂಕೋಸದಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಬ್ಲಡ್ is coming out of the nose.
The police found 2 bottles of cough syrup in the room. One Suchna is believed to have brought with her, the other she asked the apartment staff to get. She was arrested from Chitradurga in Karnataka on Monday night and brought to Goa on Tuesday. Since then, she is in the custody of the police for 6 days. The police say Suchna is denying the killing of the boy and is not cooperating with the police.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है और वो उसको अरेस्ट किया है और बाकी हमारी जो एसपी नॉर्थ पूरी टीम यानी उस केस के लास्ट अंत तक जाएंगे.
Meanwhile, the child was laid to rest in Bengaluru's Rajajinagar after his body was handed over to his father Venkatraman, who flew in from Indonesia. According to the couple's divorce documents accessed by NDTV, Suchna had filed a domestic violence case in August 2022 against her estranged husband. She had accused him of physically abusing her and her son, something Venkatraman has denied in court. The court issued a restraining order against the husband in August 2022. The other point of contention in the divorce was the amount of maintenance Suchna was getting. Since Tuesday, the cops have 6 days of police custody to convincingly prove that Suchna Seth committed the crime. If so, what is the motive? This gruesome murder case has not just rattled both Goa as well as Karnataka, but has left the entire nation in shock. With Nihal Kidwai in Bengaluru, Pratibha Raman in Goa for NDTV.
News now from Manipur, and the Manipur government has issued an alert over an oil leak from Lemekong power station that has resulted into a spill over the discharge along the streams passing through areas in Imphal Valley. In fact, the Chief Minister's office has alerted all departments to ensure there's no mishap due to the spill. Let me go across to my colleague Ratnadeep for more. Ratnadeep, what are the details we have?
Well, what we are picking up from our sources within the government, that the Chief Minister's office has issued advisory. It has issued an alert to all the line departments, including the Manipur police, to immediately start operations so that this oil spill can be restricted to a certain area. Now, what we are picking up, in fact, we have a copy of a letter which the Chief Minister's office has sent to other departments, where it has been specifically mentioned that there was a possible leakage of heavy fuel from the Lemekong power station, which is in the border of the Imphal Valley and Kankopi district. Now, it is in the foothills. From there are a lot of streams which originate and they flow into the Imphal Valley through areas like Kansobal and Sekmai. These are in the Imphal Valley region. And then these streams go and meet the Imphal River. Now, there are these oil spills which have been, there are videos now doing around in social media as well, of heavy oil spill in these rivulets, in these streams, which are going to meet the Imphal River. Now, this Imphal River water, remember, is used by people in the valley region, and therefore this alert has been issued in 3 districts in the valley region where the operations to stop this oil spillage and restrict it to a certain area would be carried out.